who pop in the chat every once in a while. Great guy, great software developer there. He's working on this. He's given us the
November
input.
604 Papa Sierra, Indianapolis information, Zulu's current. Did you have a preference which runway you wanted?
All right. Fuel checks, frequency changes, updating the flight attendants and passengers, brief ahead, etc. Okay, so
November 4 Papa Sierra, expect that.
Relatively, you guys have plenty to do. You guys have plenty to do. With that said, once we enter his airspace, we will brief our arrival, because things will start happening relatively quickly, I'd imagine, after that. And then we'll probably call it a day after that, chat. We'll call it a day after that, a good 4 hour. Especially in a regional jet, you tend to be pretty busy. Yeah, because the regional jet flights aren't that far, right? Like, because I know you said you were Chi-Town, so you'd be Chicago, what? Chicago DC, Chicago Boston, Chicago Denver type of range, like that kind of distance. In my mind, like you're not doing Chicago to Phoenix, huh?
Indy departure, citation number H Charlie Juliet with you at 2:25.
Sometimes you stay within one state. Yeah. Chicago to what? Well, I guess yeah.
November 928 Charlie
There, I was
Juliet.
about to say different state, but
Maintain flight level 4,000.
Memphis to Atlanta. Oh, nice. Oh, okay, so you're up and down home for dinner.
Sorry, I missed the VOR part. Would you repeat that again?
Up, down, around, and back.
Juliet, turn right direct to Louisville VOR, Indy uniform.
Up, down, around, and back, home for dinner. Call it a day.
Direct to Louisville VOR, Charlie Juliet.
Nope, usually 3 to 5 day trips.
American 1264 Indy Center, you
with jumps like that? How many flights do you do in a day? Because I'd have to imagine stuff like that. We operate our first flight out, last flight in, so lots of okay. Gotcha. For the hotels, do you get to
November 35 Hotel Foxtrot, contact Columbus approach 132.3, connect.
Anywhere from 2 to 5 flights. Oh, that's not bad. That's actually pretty good. For the hotels, do you get to like put your card down for that? Do you get points for the hotels that you stay in, or is it like the airline just books it, you go there regardless of what it is type of thing? I know you said that you guys usually go to like the nicer ones in the cities.
991 with the flight level 370.
Allegiant 991, Indy Center, good evening.
Mm-hmm. Some of them give y'all rewards. Gotcha. What's your favorite route? For whatever reason, what's your favorite route? The funny thing about this chat is once we land, my day really starts. Right, we're gonna land. I'm gonna hop off stream. I'm gonna go grab dinner. I'll come back. I'll improve the stream in one way or two. I'll look at the Discord bot. So for those of you guys who are new into the Discord, whatnot, we do have a Discord bot. If you ever make a flight plan on SimBrief, you have to have a SimBrief ID to do this. You go in the Discord and you do /set a pilot set ID, I believe it is. The command will pop up, but you put in your SimBrief ID, and then whenever you register, generate a flight plan on SimBrief, you just go in there, go /SimBrief. It'll register. It'll have your memory. It'll pull your SimBrief ID, and it'll pop in your flight plan the same way it does mine automatically. Depends on the hotel. Some of them give us rewards. Yep. Any of the ones that go to Maine or upstate New York.
American 20, 1254
Really?
checking.
Some of the
American
flights into
1264,
the
Indy Center, good evening.
Tri-Cities are fun too. Huh. I say I wouldn't have thought. Let's call in here. Good evening, Indianapolis Center, November 301 Foxtrot Bravo, entering your airspace. Current altitude is flight level 343, sending to flight level 370.
November 301 Foxtrot Bravo, Indy Center, good evening.
Now this is a sight. Oh, why did the tail light just go off? Little fast here. Little fast. Okay. I don't know. That's what. So I looked at it. That's why I that is why I hopped back in here. That is why I hopped back in here. So we should be climbing at 0.74. We should be climbing at 0.74. And then we'll be cruising at Mach 0.77. Once we hit our cruise, we will once we hit our cruise, we will then brief the arrival. It does not appear that we have DC traffic. Oh no, we do. I see Potomac. I'm looking at Potomac. It won't automatically switch you from. Okay.
Skywest 3634, Indy Center, good evening. This will be the Dublin 1 arrival, Columbus landing west, altimeter 2976.
Understood. So around flight level 280, it'll switch, and then I have to re-input. Understood. We do have Potomac approach on, so that's good news. But we don't have Potomac approach over here, so maybe we're on a different server or something. I don't know. That's interesting. I really don't know what music's playing anymore. I've just left it alone. Anybody have a song request? I'm thinking Pursuit of Happiness. That's a solid song. All right, let's just go ahead and skip to it then. Now, see, stuff like this is where we would usually go ahead and pop over the power hour, but we won't do that quite yet, chat. We're gonna go ahead and brief the arrival here. Let's get back on our flyby. All right, time for the arrival.
Skywest 3634, contact 32.3, good night.
32.3 for 3634.
Don't you me now? Fuck that. All right, so we're gonna go sitter. We're going sitter, correct?
Indy Center, good evening.
Yeah, we're gonna go sitter. So we're gonna be sitter right down here. We're gonna go. If we got a floor of 240 flight level, we'll be coming in at he see. We'll be same level. 280 knots. Good to know there. This is when it'll kind of get back in. These are not to scale in this box. Slight descent here, nothing too crazy. 250 at 11,000. Kilmer. Otto at 9,000. May at 7,000. Ripon at 6,000. Gibbs at 6,000. We're planning on 19 left, so we'd be making this left to UDU. And then Cooksky.
Allegiant 991
Cooksey.
as requested, advise back.
Matt Charlie. Whoa. Yeah, because you have Dulles right here. This is Leesburg. This is Manassas Regional. Hey, by the way, shout out to Manassas Regional. This is gonna have an actual a major airline at it. Supposedly, that's what they tell us, chat. That's what they tell us. They're boasting about it. So now you'll have 4 options when you're landing into the DC area. You'll have Dulles, Manassas Regional. You'll have Reagan National, and then you'll have BWI. So
November 604, Papa Sierra, descend to maintain 3,000.
3 airports in Virginia, 1 airport in Maryland, 0 airports in DC, though Reagan National is hailed as KDCA. Fun fact about DCA is you stay on the Potomac River on your approach and departure, because if you're approaching, to your right is the Pentagon, to the left is the White House, the Capitol, and the Lincoln Memorial, and the National Monument, and the Jefferson Memorial. It's one hell of an arrival. And then departing, same thing. You follow up. You follow the Potomac, because you fly too far to the left, you're right into the Pentagon. So with that said,
turn left, direct Rocky.
DCA's river approach is the second hardest approach you've flown. I can also imagine that's probably the most stressful approach that people fly. Only because, like, you butcher that in the slightest, you will have some F-35s on your wingtips in about 6.5 minutes. In about 6.5 minutes. One guess. I'd like to go LaGuardia, because you suggested I fly LaGuardia on Sunday. But my gut's telling me it's not LaGuardia. It's gotta be something that's more. It is LaGuardia. Okay.
Victor,
I was about to say my gut was saying not LaGuardia. Gotta be something more busy. I will say though, flying into DCA, like, obviously as a passenger, because I don't fly planes, IRL, is one of the most enjoyable approaches and landings for me, because for whatever reason, every time I fly home, we always end up passing and then looping back around, and I get to see my house from the sky. I get to see my house, and I go, yep, still there. Yep. Yeah, still there. And then everything that just comes in around you, and you really, from being from the DMV, you really get to feel like you're home, because even if you're doing the I guess that'd be the northwest arrival, coming following the river where you're gonna pass the Pentagon. Even when you're doing that arrival, you're like, oh shit, like we're home.
November 4 Papa Sierra, turn right heading 320 vector to final.
Because you get to You get to see the national monument. You get